Hello, everyone. My name is Kidley, and welcome to the January community feedback video. This is a video that I actually teased in my 2017 channel update video for any of you who may have missed that. The purpose of this video is to give you guys a voice. So one of the things I want you to do is down below the comments, I want you to tell me, what do you currently like and dislike about Star Wars The Old Republic? What are things the developers are doing that are good, that are bad? I want to hear all of your opinions. As you may or may not know, I'm a member of the BioWare Influencer Program. One of my jobs is to actually report your feedback to BioWare. So one of the key points of this video series is to help me consolidate that information so I can then send it to Eric Musco and his team. So once again, down below in the comments, let me know all of your thoughts and feelings about the current state of Star Wars The Old Republic. This video is going to generally come out on the 15th of every single month. If there are some very hot topics, I may make a separate video talking about that information as well. Now, one other thing I want to do in this particular video series is I want the community to have perhaps an additional voice. And so I actually want to bring members of the community on to speak and talk about different things that are happening. So if you are interested in actually being on this show, also leave a comment down below and I will try and schedule you for the future. For this episode, I have brought in Shadowbrook to help me out. So how's it going, Shadowbrook?
It's going just fine. Thank you so much for having me for this.
Absolutely. So how long have you been playing Star Wars The Old Republic?
I have been playing Star Wars The Old Republic for about a year and a half now.
Okay. Were there any other MMOs that you were sort of into, before that, or is this your first one?
Surprisingly to most people, this was my first one. I
Oh,
really didn't get much into online gaming until I finally was able to get a computer that could play SWTOR, and I see no reason to leave.
yeah. No, that's cool. So what server are you currently playing on, and what's sort of your main class right now?
I currently main on Prophecy of the Five. Bit of a small server, but I like it. Peace and quiet.
Hmm.
GTN sucks, but it's a family there.
Yeah.
I like to main on either a commando or a merc healer, but I've been doing a lot of assassin tanking as well lately. So kind of merc and commando healer and a sin and shadow tanking in a way.
Yeah, very cool. So before we recorded this, I actually had Shadowbrook come up with a list, some good things and some bad things regarding the game. So let's actually go ahead and start out with the good stuff. What were you able to come up with? What are the developers doing right? What do you like about the game in its current state?
Good things sometimes can be hard to come by, but for me, what I found to be good was I know a lot of people don't care for them, but I really like the uprisings
Hmm.
because to me, that is a sign that they are trying to work towards group content. This is something new for us to do. It's not just the same old flashpoints over and over again that we already ran a million times for DVL. It's something new for us to do, new achievements, new something to see. So
Right.
I think the uprisings were a good thing and a good sign for SWTOR.
Okay.
Personally, I also thought that not so much the full expansion, but just Knights of the Eternal Throne was a good thing for the game. Just the idea of a new expansion, of new story, it really seemed to bring a lot of people either back to the game or new players in. For my server, we saw a bit of a spike in population because a lot of old players who used to play the server started coming back when they heard about the new expansions, wanted to see what was going on with the game. A lot of people were resubbing to try things. I think personally that the whole story in itself was a good thing for the game in a way. While some things of the expansion may have been bad, the story itself, the storyline, the plot, everything, I think it was very good because it brought a lot of people back to the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I think something that it is a small detail, I don't think many people are going to appreciate it, but I love this, is the fact that I've noticed that if you get maybe a green 228 armor piece, but maybe you have the same one, I've noticed that you can take out the armorings and put them into, if it's a belt, you can still put into a chest piece. So it seems like to me they've unbound the armorings, except for set pieces, which that's okay. That's different. But
Right.
just have be able to have armorings in general that you can just switch to whatever you need to. That is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
As someone who has 22 characters and often has to get gear to share between them, that often helps a lot. Just being able to give armorings to whatever I need to. I think that is an amazing thing that finally happened. It's helped a lot. It's makes it much easier to gear at times until you're ready to do set piece or something, or until you get set pieces. I think that is a great thing, honestly, that SWTOR did, was unbinding the normal armorings.
Yeah. So regarding the story elements, I guess we could maybe even talk about the last two expansions. Did you like the story content overall?
Oh, I loved it. I've always known BioWare is very good at storytelling, and I can tell that, I mean, it is amazing the stories that you can do, from the 8 classes to all the different expansions. I enjoyed the storylines a lot. And the 2 latest expansions, they really hit it well. I know some people like to complain about certain things, but overall, I think it was pretty amazing. Always kept me on the edge of my seat waiting for the next chapter to come out the next month. So I think it was really good.
Yeah, cool. So I think we can go ahead and switch over here just a little bit and start talking about some things that you would like to see them approve upon. So where do you want to start with that?
Oh, there's so many bad things. And I know so many people would probably want to just nag on how RNG works now.
Mm-hmm.
And I've thought a lot about it, and I worked hard, and I'm going to do my best to stay away from that because everybody's talked about it.
Right.
So I wanted to think about what are the smaller things maybe we don't think about so much. And one of them, as having people who I have friends and all that I know are maybe preferred status, they don't have the money to sub at the time. One thing that I noticed hurt them a lot was the fact that the Warzone Operation Flashpoint passes got taken off the cartel market.
Right.
That really seemed to bug me a lot, because even though they couldn't subscribe, maybe they had a week that they had off, they could do some ops with us or something. They just had to buy a pass, and for the week they could do ops with us. And in my mind, I feel that as maybe in a way was a very bad call, even just for BioWare losing money in a way, because maybe someone didn't have the money to subscribe monthly, but maybe they have $20 once in a while they can throw to cartel coins and buy a pass they want. Maybe they want to level faster and they want to do flashpoints all week. They can just buy the pass and go for it. But with these gone, it seems to be hurting in a way, because maybe we needed one extra person and we just had a free op pass. We're like, here, come with us. We'll show you how ops work. And it just seems to be hurting people in a way more. In the expansion, I completely understand. The way that the Galactic Command works, I can understand that being a subscriber thing. But the passes getting taken away seemed to really hurt people more in a way to me. And I think that was a bad call, taking those out. And I'd like to see him get brought back, honestly.
Yeah, totally agree with you on that. It was definitely a weird decision, and you actually brought up something interesting there that I'd really not thought of, and you actually said it's actually sort of losing money for BioWare. And actually, I hadn't thought about that. That's interesting. Yeah.
Because, like, maybe you don't have money to subscribe monthly, but you might have $20 to put towards some cartel coins, and with no passes to buy, people may not be as encouraged. And maybe in putting cartel coins in your account, you see, oh, hey, look, I really like this weapon, but I'm short a few cartel coins. Maybe I can put, another extra little, just 20 next month or something. In a way, it's also encouraging you to buy other things off the cartel market too. Or at least it does me. So that's got to be one of my top things I think were bad for 2016, honestly.
Okay.
And just in general. And I would love to see them brought back, honestly. I think that'd be awesome.
All right. Sounds good.
Something that for me that really bugged me was the fact that they got rid of the DVL achievements. I am huge achievement. I love to get achievements. If there's an achievement, I will do my best to get it. except probably for the tauntaun killing one. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can bring myself to do that, but I think it really bothered me that they got rid of the DVL achievements because I was 100% on pot 5. I did everything. I worked for a month to get all 5 of my GSFs. I did so much to get my 100%. And in a way, it hurts for it just to show 0 now. I mean, I can understand that they might want to try it in the future, but I think it'd been nice to leave the achievements until they decided. Because I want to say that it also, I'm not fully sure how it works, but I know that there's like a number in your legacy that it like shows how many, like all your achievements combined, like maybe 5,000 out of 500,000 or something like that.
Right.
And I think that it shows 0 out of 100 on the DVL achievements instead of 0, 0. So in a way that hurts whatever the bar is that you're trying to fill maybe. And you're not going to get that 100% even if everything else is. I don't think that it's going to make your bar 100% in a way. And I think that for me at least, and other achievement hunters, that's just a bit of a hurting thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it really, that bugged me having that gone, because I loved being able to just know I had 100%. That was another item checked off my list in my legacy. Everything's done, and it just sits at 0, and I just look and it's like, why? Why couldn't you have just left it? So
Yeah.
for an achievement hunter, that's something that's bothered me a lot.
I actually brought up that bar here real quick, and the total that you can get right now is 58,745. Do you happen to know off the top of your head how close you are or what your number is?
I want to. I'm not pretty close, but give me a minute. I can log in. But I want to say I've gotten a couple of things done. I mean, most of my stuff that's 100% is going to be my class things, because I've gotten all the kills done for all my different companions. I even got the ship droid ones done, which amazed me. I mean, for most of them, that's pretty much where a lot of my 100% are. Maybe a couple of flashpoints are 100% and some other things. So I don't think it's very high, but for me, I want to get it as high as I can, you know, because I love the achievements. I love the idea of getting achievements. It's exciting to just try to get to them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I think that might be something about SWTOR I enjoy is the achievements.
Very cool. So what did you have? I think your last item, perhaps, for the approve upon section?
I'm not sure if they can do much with this last one, but on our server, this is something you got all the time, and that's going to be the mat scavenging bots. Scavenging, slicing, art, it doesn't matter. We have bots everywhere on our server at times. Zakul, if you go to Breaktown and try to pick up a node, you're going to be met with a companion appear out of nowhere, no player in sight. The companion just takes the node before you can even get to it, and then the companion disappears. And I have put in tickets about this, and I don't know. I hope that BioWare is looking into it, because trying to craft MK10s and stuff, I usually do it on my arms tech, which means I need to get mats from Zakul. I'm pretty sure I can go to Darvanis to do it, but the way that Darvanis is so big, it scatters the mats a lot, and it makes it difficult to get it. So I would always go to Breaktown, because Breaktown was easy. You could do a pretty good rotation in a pretty quick amount of time, and I would spend the hours that I needed to get my mats, because I don't like bots. I know there are a lot of bots out there, and I don't like bots personally. I can't stand them because people don't even have a chance. Now, my biggest issue with this is there are a lot of bots on Yavin 4. The difference is you can actually kill them there. That's a PvP area. Usually they're in the PvP zone. But on Zakul is a no PvP zone, and we as the players can't do anything about the bots. We just kind of have to hope we can get to the node before they do, in a way. So while I don't know if they can do something about it, for me, that has got to be one of my things that I really would wish could get fixed in a way. Personally, I don't mind the bots on Yavin 4. They actually give me achievements for player kills. On a small server, that's kind of nice. Like, I've gotten up to 50 player kills for Yavin 4, mostly because of bots. So I have no issue with that. But whenever it's a no-kill area, it just makes it very difficult to play the game legit and try to get your own stuff legit. And
Right.
because it's hard to get stuff, you either got to send your crew on skills to maybe try and get stuff, or you got to hope you can find on the GTN, which our GTN, yeah, good luck. Good luck finding it at a fair price. So that's probably one of my big beefs as well, is just the bots in general, and try and maybe some way either to make, I don't know if I want to say make a kill zone, but maybe less bots in a way.
Okay. Well, as we sort of wrap this up, it's sort of your floor at the moment, talking to the developers. Any sort of final thoughts, final words that you'd like to say to them?
Please, more strongholds. I beg you. I have way too many decos and not enough hooks. If you listen, please make new strongholds. Preferably, I would love a Rishi stronghold. I don't know about anybody else, but I think a Rishi pirate stronghold would be amazing.
Yeah, I was actually just going to ask that if you had the power, what one would you put in? So it sounds like that one.
A lot of my friends and I have talked about it, and we were like, yeah, let's do Rishi. It's just, a lot of people hate Rishi, but it's like, think about how fun that would be. Just like a pirate hangout in a way. And I'm pretty sure there's a pirate title or something for strongholds already. Let me see. Yeah, Pirate's Roost. Imagine having Rishi with the Pirate Roost title.
That would be pretty cool.
That would be so awesome. Like, seriously. So that's probably one of my things I would say. And also, if I had one other thing, I'd probably say don't merge servers. Yeah. I'm probably going to be one of the very few people to say that, but I think that in merging servers is going to hurt people more than anything, especially for us with the small server. If we wanted to leave, we probably would have done it a long time ago, but most of us who remain on Pot 5, we're very loyal to this server. It may be small, but we love it. It's our family here. We work together to make stuff happen. You know, it'd be nice if things happen more, which makes me think of another point, but I don't want to see our server merge together with a bigger one, because I like our friendly little server. Now, if I could do something to change servers, it would be cross-server GTN and PvP, honestly. Yeah. Maybe 3 different servers are kind of in a way crossed together, that PvP would cross and the GTN would cross, because I think in a way that would be good for a lot of places. And I know there's smaller servers than Pot 5. And maybe if they put the smaller servers in a cross-server thing in a way, it might actually help the smaller servers to be able to do what they want and still be their small size. Yeah. So those are probably just kind of my points, that if the developers really want to think about anything, that's, as a player, that's what I would say.
Yeah, sort of grouping like the East Coast, the West Coast, European servers, something like that maybe.
Yeah, at least try to, because if anything, that's going to give a lot of people new faces in PvP. It's more than likely going to get a lot more PvP pops happening for the smaller servers, because for us, we have literally scheduled PvP to be like Tuesdays and Thursday nights. This is a PvP night, people are going to try to queue. We even have Ranked Friday happening now, that people queue up for Ranked now on Friday. If you have the Valor 25, queue up for Ranked on Friday nights. So we, between the pubs and the imps, have worked really hard to try to make stuff happen for our server. And I think that even just cross-section like that would really probably help.
Well, Shadowbrook, thank you very much for coming out to the show. This is sort of a grand experiment we're doing here, so hopefully we'll be able to do this many more times down the road.
Thank you very much for having me. Hopefully everybody kind of was able to at least learn something from the ideas that I came up, because like I said, I didn't want to rant on things. I wanted it to be a good discussion on things that could be changed, and hopefully it's got people thinking.
Yeah. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to leave a comment down below this video, give us your thoughts on things you would like to see changed, both the good and the bad. And if you would like to actually be on this show, leave a comment down below for that as well. But that's going to go ahead and do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody keep playing, have fun, and we will see you next time.